John, you have a good record coming to Adelaide as the Perth Wildcats. Good to get another win this afternoon.
Oh, absolutely. We haven't got the best road record, so we needed to address that situation, and we did a good job of that.
What was the most pleasing aspect of the game this afternoon, despite the fact that obviously both teams gave up 100 points? I guess the shooting was a high volume, and the crowd this afternoon, the entertainment and all that. I mean, what were your thoughts on that?
Everyone's making a deal about this 100 points. I know you're a better chance of winning a game if you score that many points than not. So what I'm most proud about is the team is the way we just hung in for the last 20 minutes, in the fact that, for us, the game in the first half, we were just trying to find our way through it, but the guys did a terrific job. And then in the fourth quarter, our decision-making, I know it looked like some really high-level shot-making, which it was, but our decision-making and our trust in each other was on point. And, obviously BC got loose, but then Withers, Windler, Henschel all made big threes at different moments in that quarter. So for us to play that way, share the ball, and then as much, I don't know, what did we hold them to, 40-something in the second half? Our defense will get there, and we had two pretty good guys not play tonight.
Just wanted to point out, David Aquarius one for you that's obviously had some very good time in the last few matches.
Yep.
And there were long periods of time where he sat on the bench, didn't play much time. He talked to us a little bit about how that's developed for David and that since he's been in.
So we're without Keanu Pinder, our usual starting five-man, and Christian Doolittle, who just does a lot of things for us. So we just had to navigate that. Wagstaff played a monumental game on Friday night, so I had to be very mindful of where he sat with minutes. Those guys get opportunities, and they understand, they'll get an opportunity at some time, and what you make of that, then it grows from there. And Dave's done a phenomenal job, not just with his playing, but the way he conducts himself at practice and the dedication he puts in behind the scenes. And it's amazing when you take care of all of those types of things. When you get on the court, you get rewarded at a nice level.
And Bryce, for you, consecutive 40-point games, we all stand back in awe at how you go about it, and that you must have really enjoyed the battle this afternoon, particularly though with Kendrick Davis.
I just enjoy being able to compete. The way I've always approached the game is I treat everybody the same. I treat every team the same. That way I'm able to put forth the maximum effort, and then I just live with the results.
Is it one of those things where it's feeling like at the moment a lot of it is automatic, in the sense of you know how just to go to work and the right spots to be in, but that your teammates doing a lot of work for you away from the basketball as well at the moment?
Yeah, I think we're all just playing in unison at the moment. I've said before, the FIBA break I think did us some justice, offensively and defensively, but as long as we continue to play good defensively, I feel it carries over into the offense because everybody's feeling good about themselves, and that's where you see the action flow. So hopefully we can keep it going.
And John talked about it, the road record this season for Perth's been a challenge, and you've got quite a few road games coming up very soon in that. And for yourself, what sort of things are you and the group doing to kind of address those, how to generate that momentum when you're on the road?
I think not looking at it like that. You never want to make a situation bigger than what it is. At the end of the day, you're going to play a basketball game. The hoop's 10 feet, 94 feet long, whether it's in Perth or somewhere else. So as long as we have basically the same approach, the wins will take care of themselves if we approach the game the way we need to defensively.
Anyone? Yeah, I'll jump in if it's okay. John, Bryce is doing things in the league hasn't seen for decades. The superlatives around him. Can you talk about just how damn hard it is to do what he's doing right now?
Well, I can't really speak on it because I've never experienced it, so maybe a better question for him. But to try and help you out, he's in a nice rhythm, nice groove. But the points are a product of what we're doing as a team on the floor. But then also the fourth quarter, the trust he had in his teammates. You think he's on a tear the last 3 games, but here he is getting into the paint, kicking it out to his teammates. To me, that's the beauty of the way that he's playing. So we'll continue to play that way, and we'll see what happens.
Bryce, why do you think you've had the run that you have had in the last 3?
Haven't thought about it. Just taking each game as it comes and staying in the moment. But why ask why?
Are you viewing the game differently at all, having sat back and watched it rather than played it when you're injured? Has that given you a chance to see the game any differently?
I think just missing the game, like I've said before, that month I was out felt like an eternity. So seeing how hard, our guys play every single night and just wanting to be a part of that, I was just very anxious to play that whole month. So I guess it's just a lot of pent-up emotion and energy.
You go, Pikey.
Yeah, John, being able to win this game without Keanu and Christian, obviously, in a way, Todd steps into that role of Christian and playing a similar sort of role, but then it was almost by committee to replace Keanu with Etan and
Yep.
David, like we talked about, and also Jesse. How happy were you with the guys who were able to step up in the void of those two guys?
Look, they applied themselves very well. Like Isaac Humphries is a terrific player in this league, and I knew he would want to, bounce back from Friday night. So tried to get those guys in a good spot to set them up for success. They did great. But then at the other end, when you get an opportunity, if you've been sitting on the bench, sometimes, you get anxious to show why you should be out there. But the last couple of games, we've had great synergy and guys just making the right plays. And that's what's allowed us to score the amount of points we're scoring.
What about with the offense? Obviously, it's the strength of your team. You put up 115 points, but in this building, they've only been giving up low 80s for the entire season. How are you able to take advantage, especially in the second half against what has been a pretty good defense from them on their home floor?
Yeah, look, it certainly helps when you're making shots, but I talked to Ben Henschel about this. Like the effort he gave second half at the defensive end was phenomenal. The kids developing at that end of the floor. And it's amazing when you put that effort in at that end, all of a sudden you get rewarded at the other end because you're playing the right way and you're respecting the game for what it is. So the second half, with that just going off my feel for what happened, is guys were really trusting each other at both ends of the floor. And it's amazing when you rebound, like how good things happen.
Thanks very much.
Dale, sorry, may I?
Yeah.
Sorry, in the spirit of Heritage Round, John.
Yeah.
You've obviously transitioned into a coach, but as a player, you won a championship here in Adelaide. Is it still a special place for you, or are you transitioned into coaching and that's your focus now?
No, look, that championship team, besides being a good team, it was a team full of characters and fond memories. And talked a little bit before the game about it. Like Martin Catalini lives in Perth, so we get to reminisce, and I'm close with a number of those guys on that team. And that was a special team, the style of play we were, and just the looseness that we approached the game. And most championship teams have that kind of connection, but that was a special moment for sure.
Thank you so much.
No worries. All right. Thank you.